We're back to the daily yaps that don't really have to do with any specific type of topic or content. Basically I just logged on. I think currently it is 2 in the morning for me. I'll probably have this video go up at either 11 or 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And currently I don't know what to do. Basically, I got a Jouet Echo. Crit rate finally got a drop after like farming for like half an hour. Leveled it up. It got double flat HP and a flat defense. And I fed it into this. So, as you can see, pretty decent stats. ER, crit rate, and basic attack. The only really two important stats here are ER and crit rate. But now I kinda wanna see if I get crit damage. So I'm probably gonna farm Tassafield for that. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. And I also got this guy. I wanted to feed him, right? But at the same time, I got a decently high crit damage roll, and there isn't a single dead stat on this entire Echo. Like skill damage bonus, ER damage bonus, crit damage, and a liberation bonus. Like not a single dead stat on this thing with a decent crit roll. So I think it might be a little too stingy to, you know, feed this into something else. So I'm keeping this. Currently, I already have a better one, right? I straight up just already have a better one with better crit stats. But at least now I have the option for a crit rate main stat and a crit damage main stat, depending in the future, whatever weapon I want to use, right? Because I have the 5-star pistol that gives me crit rate. So if in the future I want to use a new signature pistol that comes out with some fusion guy that uses crit damage, I can then use this crit rate Echo instead to make up for my lost crit rate, right? Gingi, I finally got the 5-piece on Gingi. This took me like an entire week, but I finally got it. It's not the best. I would prefer a main stat Jouet Echo, but the rest of it is okay, right? So as you can see, crit rate main stat, double crit, heavy attack, and liberation bonus. I wish this had a skill damage bonus, but you know, we can't get everything in life, right? Next, double crit with a skill damage bonus and flat attack. Now I take flat attack kind of the same as attack percentage, because at some point you need more flat attack than you do attack percentage. And then obviously HP percentage is just whatever. This is the guy I got recently, the Light Crusher, the Spectro Tiger. I ended up rolling double crit on him with a basic attack damage bonus and ER. ER is always useful, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Gingi uses ER like that, like crazy. I'm pretty sure she just fills her own forte bar from switch-ins and shit. Double crit on this puffer fish or whatever it is, liberation damage bonus, ER. A lot of ER, by the way. I got pretty lucky on these rolls. And then this guy only has one crit stat right now, but he also has ER and attack percent. So I'm keeping him for now, and in the future he'll end up getting replaced. Now, what do I plan to do? Well, I plan to skip Changli. I am going to, on this banner, I am going to wish. Not for Changli. I mean, if I end up getting her early, cool. But I will wish up to around 40 to 50 pity, because anything after that, I don't want to lose the built-up pity for Zeshi and Zhang Liao. What I want are more Teffy copies. I'll show you guys right now. I believe my Mortefi is currently S4, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, so he's S4. Now, I want the S5 for the extra damage bonus that he gets. Yeah, dealing fusion damage, damage of resonance liberations fired in this way is reduced by 50%. And then his S6, which is actually the most important thing of all, gives an attack percent to everyone in the team. I'm pretty sure it's the same for every 4-star in this game. They all have this exact same buff at S6. Yep. Oh! Never mind, I guess it's not all of them. But a majority of them just straight up give an attack buff to the entire team. So I want to get that on my Mortefi so that, you know, it's more useful, right? Attack really does matter in this game quite a bit. I don't know if you guys have seen, but you could run like an attack percent 3 cost over damage bonus 3 cost. And while you will lose out on some damage, it's not like anything crazy, right? Because attack is still very important in this game. Now, Tower of Adversity, I've hit a wall but it's because of my laziness. Basically, I can kill the mobs and the floors just fine. I just don't want to learn correct rotations, right? As you can see here, I'm 12 out of 30. The reason I keep dying is because I'm too lazy to try new teams and switch it up. Yes, to an extent, it is a skill diff. I'd say I'm probably losing out on like 30 seconds just from being unoptimal, but I don't really care, right? It's like, what am I losing out on? Like 600 asterite? It's really not all that much. I'll end up getting either 15 or 18 in a couple of days just because of fuck it. But right now, I simply don't feel like doing it because I'd actually have to put in like a couple of hours for it and like get used to the mobs attacks and rotations and blah 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 blah. So I'll do that more later on, but right now I am struggling a little bit on the Tower of Adversity. Elusive Realm I already cleared a while ago, right? We're gonna end up getting a lot of pulls, so I'm completely fine with this. Still 30 or not 30, still 23 days until Chang Li goes out, and then that's the 1.2 patch with either Zeshi or Zhang Liao. I'm assuming we'll get Zeshi first, like it'll premiere with Zeshi, and then at the second half we will get the event with Zhang Liao. That's usually what they do, right? The majority of the events are run on the second half of the patch when there's less interesting stuff to do, right? So that's the plan. I'll probably have around 100 limited pulls for the character banner in specific, so that'll give me what, because I'm currently on, I believe, 20, wrong icon. I believe I'm currently on 25 pity. Let's see. So I am currently on 27 pity. So with 100 character pulls, I'm basically guaranteed around 2 5-stars by 1.2, which is really nice, right? Very, very nice. I want Zeshi, Zhang Liao's free, and I'll probably use the rest of my pulls or asterite on a weapon. If I end up losing the 50-50 on Zeshi, I'm just straight up going for the limited weapon. It's simply how it is. I'm currently at 50 pity on the limited weapon banner, so I'm very, very close, and that's why I'm not going to be going for Chang Li unless, actually no, even if I do get Chang Li early, as you see here, my Donjin already has, yep, the 5-star standard banner sword, which is already good enough. I don't know if you guys have seen the calculations on Chang Li's sword versus this normal sword. It's like a 8 to 10% difference in damage. It's not significant enough at all. Like, if you compare Yin Lin's signature to any other weapon, it's a straight up like 25 to 30% damage loss. Like, it is huge how much damage you lose. And so for the standard that we're used to for these signature weapons applying, you know, this huge damage bonus, Chang Li's doesn't give enough of it. So I'm just going to be skipping her weapon. I'm going to be saving it for Zeshi's, which I can use on both Zeshi and Yinlin, because as many of you know from watching my videos, I do not have Yinlin's weapon. My Yinlin has the most garbage weapon ever because I simply don't have any other rectifier. The only one I have is an R5 variation, and Yinlin doesn't really care about Concerto Energy, and I already am using this on my Verena. Maybe I should switch them. Well, yeah, that's the issue I'm encountering right now, where I don't have a second rectifier that I can kind of give to both of them. And I also don't want to switch the ER off of Arena because there's times I forget to put it back on her and it fucks me over. Like, I remember one time, this was the last Tower of Adversity. I ran Tower of Adversity with Gian, forgetting that my 2 of my echoes were on my Donjin and his Sig was on Gingi, and it fucked me over. Like, I'm telling you, I spent like half an hour to an hour just farming the floors. I'm like, why the fuck is this damage this bad? Like, no way it's because of my echoes or some shit, right? And then when I finally decided to look, because I thought, yo, something's going on here, it ends up being that I forgot to give him his signature. He was on like some fucking level 7 broadsword, and it's like, oh, okay, now it all makes sense, right? So really nothing much going on. Already did my dailies, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, I already did my dailies, so until tomorrow I'll end up doing them again. Currently have 190 wave plates, which I'll probably spend on a tacit field in a bit, because I want to level up that echo to see if I end up getting crit damage or crit rate, whichever crit stat it was missing. I think the more I think about it, the more I change my perspective on the echo system. I'm still pretty pissed about the way the echo XP is, but everything else is just so much better that I really just can't complain, like, at all. I'm very thankful that they made all these tacit field sets like super universal, and they didn't make like 10 to 20 different sets like they do in all these other gacha games, or at least Toyo games in specific, because it's very frustrating at times, right? Having to constantly farm new relic domains each time a new character comes out. For example, recently Firefly, they made one relic domain and a planar ornament domain completely dedicated to her, right? If you were to use anything else, you're losing like 15% damage. Like, that's a huge amount of damage that you're losing out on. So it's kind of recommended that you just straight up farm these new domains constantly. And lately, they've been making domains more and more specific. So it's becoming a thing where we're probably going to get domains very often. I don't know if you guys have seen, but in Honkai Star Rail, it's already been leaked that we're likely going to get another new relic domain in 2.5, which is when Fei Xiao and Ling Sha release. Like, it's very frustrating at times, right? Trying to keep up with all these new relic domains. Like, I don't want to invest so much time and constantly be on top of this game and then take a few months off, find out there was a new relic domain, and learn that I'm losing out on 15 to 20% of my damage. I can always come back to Wuwa, and it'll always be these specific sets that work on all these different characters, and there isn't so much RNG in the substats and main stats that I'm okay with it, right? It's really not that bad, and it's something nice to come back to. So yeah, just a quick video, quick daily yap, right? I hope all of you have a good day. I hope all of you have a good night. Tell me how your Wuwa is going. Let me know if you guys like Tower of Adversity, are you guys also struggling like me? Like, I'm super casual, right? I'm not gonna pretend like I'm super good at this game. I'm not, right? I'd say I'm average, right? So I do struggle on Tower of Adversity quite often, but I've already seen people making videos of Chang Li soloing Tower of Adversity level 100 bosses, and it's like, okay, man, like, yeah, that makes me feel worse. That makes me feel like shit. But yeah, hope all of you have a great day. Hope all of you have a great night. Peace.